Welcome to the Knuckleheads of Liberty.
Sam Harris recently was in an interview with, what was it called? Trigonometry was the podcast. And he literally said, essentially, that it's just fine to have a conspiracy. If you really, really don't like the candidate on the other side, it is okay to do whatever you have to do to make sure that guy can't run. And of course, we're talking about Trump here. But Sam Harris, essentially, I'll read a very shortened quote from what he said. But Sam Harris said, "Trump is unfit for office in every possible way. My argument is that it was appropriate for Twitter and the heads of big tech and the head of journalistic organizations to feel like they were in the presence of something like a once-in-a-lifetime moral emergency, right? We cannot afford to have 4 more years with this guy." So the interviewer then said, "I'm interested in democracy. You're saying you are content with a left-wing conspiracy to prevent somebody from being democratically reelected as president." And Harris said, "Well, no, I'm content with, the thing is, it's not a left wing. It's Liz Cheney is not left wing. It's not a conspiracy." He said, there's nothing conspiracy. It was a conspiracy out in the open. So,
well, that makes it all good, right? I mean, now it's good.
Yeah,
right.
And what we're literally talking about
is Tim are going to speak openly about taking out Jason, so it's not a conspiracy. Yeah. We're not like going behind. We're saying publicly we're going to take you out, so it's fine. Don't worry about it.
And the danger is this does tie into New York a little bit, because it was the New York Post that was running with the story of the Hunter Biden laptop story, and what Sam Harris is talking about is it was absolutely okay for social media and others to essentially pull the New York Times accounts and not allow them to post anything on this kind of stuff, and it's just absolutely bonkers.
But this important piece is an important piece to understand. He doesn't actually mean Trump is unfit. That's not what he actually means. In his heart, in his mind, Trump is evil. He's going to destroy the world, right? Yes. What many Democrats do, the Democrat establishment does very well, is create the biggest boogeyman possible. And Trump fits that like there's no tomorrow. Trump fits that boogeyman like there's no tomorrow. So it doesn't matter if you can eat, Leon. Stop wanting to eat, okay? Trump is going to destroy the entire world. We're going to be dead. He's going to come by and kill everybody. So stop worrying about food, Mr. Greedy, and instead realize that Trump's going to kill everybody. We're all going to be dead. And that's what he actually believes. And to be forward, if it was you, if you believed that he was the devil incarnate, if you thought he was going to destroy the entire world, wouldn't you be okay doing anything to stop him? And that is what the mindset of people like Sam Harris is. He's not unfit. He is evil. He is horrible. He's the exception to every rule. So whatever we do, and the problem is, whether you guys, I don't know if you guys feel trouble, you like or hate Trump, whatever it is, he's not the devil. That I'm sure of. The guy. That part I'm positive of.
Well, the saddest thing about all this is the libertarian answer to this is just don't put so much power in that office. If you don't want somebody to get a hold of it that you don't really, really, really don't like, the answer is not just for you to decide who really, really, really doesn't get to have the office. It's just don't give them the power in the first place.
That would make everything a whole lot easier. I agree.
You know, Sam Harris used to be a serious intellect.
Yes, I
agree. Man of the left. He always is a man of the left, but a serious intellect. Yep. But when you read this stuff, that guy have deteriorated beyond belief. Maybe he's irreversibly have gone into the dismal world of left-wing woke garbage.
I think you have a very valid point, and he's not the only one, right?
Well, that's true.
Yes, there are many like it. Howard Stern. Howard Stern was a libertarian. He ran as a libertarian candidate for governor in New York years ago in the 90s.
I remember that
guy. Yes. And that guy's like, anything to get rid of Trump and lock everybody down, and everyone gets locked down, and everyone has to have 9 vaccines before you come out of your house. And he was just like, no one gets to leave ever. That's what he was. So I think a lot of people have gone down that road. He isn't alone.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Good point. It's true. I accept that. Yes.
Well, and the great danger is that, that this is suppression of a story. Is that where it ends? I mean, it could be other things involving elections as well. And that's why it's really scary stuff.
Well, the hard part is now you find yourself that how do you find real media? Right. So now real media has to be found someplace on the internet.
life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, always and forever.